Iterations of the story have been told countless times in the 241 years of our country. But this specific one deserves to be told again and again. A boy from France becomes a hero in America for his actions in a distant land. Born outside Paris, Florent Groberg moved to the United States at 11 with his French mother and American stepfather. He excelled at sports, running track and cross country at the University of Maryland. But it was after college that he made the choice that would forever change his life, becoming an infantry officer in the United States Army. His first tour took him to the Pech Valley in Afghanistan. His next deployment took him back to Afghanistan, this time to the Kunar province with Task Force Mountain Warrior. He was the personal security deployment commander, responsible for the safety of 28 coalition and Afghan military personnel. It was here, in the mountains of Afghanistan, that his story forever changed.
We were in Asadabad, walking in down the streets. The way we maneuvered up there, I'd set up a diamond formation. Inside that diamond, I had my VIPs, which included 2 brigade commanders, 3 battalion commanders, and an Afghan general. We were going to a security meeting when we were targeted by 2 suicide bombers.
Their route took them near a small bridge where they saw 2 motorcycles approach. The motorcyclists began crossing the bridge, but stopped midway before dismounting and retreating in the opposite direction. Flo then spotted a lone individual near the left side of the formation.
A man came out of a building and then started walking towards us.
Flo saw he was wearing a suicide vest. He rushed towards him and shoved him away from the patrol.
I pushed him as hard as I could, and honestly, I just wanted to get him as far away from my guys as possible. And he had a dead man's trigger, which means he had already pressed the trigger prior to walking towards us. And as he hit the ground chest first, he let go of the trigger and he detonated.
A second suicide bomber then set off his device. The Army says that he detonated prematurely because of Flo's actions to stop the first bomber.
Next thing you know, I was picked up and getting statuses on the situation, who was injured and who was killed. And that is when I found out that Command Sergeant Major Griffin, Major Gray, Major Kennedy, and USAID, Rafael Abdel Fattah were all killed in action. Worst day of my life, because even though we defeated the enemy, I lost 4 of my brothers.
Flo had significant nerve damage in his calf, a blown eardrum, and a mild traumatic brain injury. He spent 3 years recovering at Walter Reed until he was medically retired in 2015. For his actions that day in Afghanistan, Flo received the Medal of Honor, the military's highest award.
Today, we honor Flo because his actions prevented an even greater catastrophe. He showed his guts, he showed his training, how he would put it all on the line for his teammates. That's an American we can all be grateful for.
He's the first foreign-born recipient since the Vietnam War, and only the 10th living recipient. Flo's story is a reminder of what makes America so great, and what always has. Our ability to embrace the best the world has to offer, and make them part of the American fabric.
This medal is not about me, it's about the 4 individuals that I lost. It's about them, it's about their families. It's about true heroes who sacrificed everything for their country. That medal represents them.
IAVA is honored to present Florent Groberg with the 2017 Veteran Leadership Award.